Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been a while that I've been on YouTube. I have been super busy creating my first ever photography course, which is called Creative Photography with KIKA, which is really a comprehensive guide to anybody wanting to learn to take their own creative self-portraits and photos. And there is a module on camera basics and just how to figure out how to use your camera. And then there's 3 creative projects. One is with Photoshop, one is more of a self-portrait with creating some magic without any Photoshop, and then there's a creative flat lay project, and even I've put in some Instagram growth tips in there, and it's just an overall inspiration-packed, informative pack and photography course for anybody wanting to dive deeper into creative photography. Here on YouTube I do share a lot of tips and tutorials, but this just goes much more in detail and really goes through all the steps. And right now the feedback I've gotten is so positive, and I'm so glad that it's gone so well and sold so well. So it really feels like all the hard work paid off. It was something that I worked on for a really long time, and I really wanted to make it as comprehensive as possible and really packed with all the information and all the secret tips that I've gathered in these years of doing this. So I will link in the description below to Creative Photography with KIKA so you can check it out and read more about it and watch the trailer for it if it's something that interests you. In this video, we're going to talk about some photo ideas for autumn, and I already did a similar type of video last year, but I felt like I wanted to do a part 2 because I just wanted to update my ideas, and I've had done a lot of new photos after that. Usually when I do these type of videos, I will always talk about each idea a little bit and about each topic, but I'm gonna try something different for this one, and I'm just going to show you the photos with some nice music. But I'm gonna be back here around halfway in the video because I'm gonna show you how I made this photo that got so many likes and comments on Instagram quite recently when I did the 30 photos in September challenge. So I'm gonna show you how I do that. It's a little bit of a secret. Haven't revealed that before, so stay tuned for that. Hello again. As promised, I am going to show you how I created this leaf cutout photo. Basically, the trick is I used Photoshop for it. So you could probably, if you're very talented with a little pocket knife, do these cutouts for real. But since I am not that talented in doing this, and I think it would be really difficult to not make the leaf break, I've used Photoshop for it. So the way you do this is first I took a photo with me holding the leaf, and then also a photo of just the sky. Then I imported those into Photoshop, and then to create these shapes, I used something called PNG, so .png instead of .jpeg, for example, which just means that it will have a transparent background. Then I had this moon and these little stars, And first I just placed them where I wanted the cutouts to be on my leaf. And when I was happy with that, I merged those into a separate layer. And then, now here comes the magic part. Then I would go into that layer and select it. And then you can click Command A, which just means that it will select the whole layer. And then after that, you go into the cursors right and left, and then it will select just all the areas that are in that layer. And then when you've been in that layer with all the shapes, you're actually going to click on the layer with the leaf, or in this case, the leaf. And then magically just click delete, and then it will actually delete those shapes, but from your leaf layer. And then you can just click off the shapes layer. We're not going to use that anymore. And to not make it look fake or destroy the illusion, I usually go in and use a little bit of burn tool around the edges, just because usually if you would have a cutout for real, it would probably cast a little bit of shadow and it would be a little bit darker around those edges. So make sure you go and do that and just try to make it look really, really realistic, because you really want to create the illusion of actually having sat there and cut out these little shapes. Before we get back to the video, I just want to say thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. So I've worked with Skillshare before, and it is just such a good resource with thousands of classes for creative and curious people. And at the moment, I am really into marketing and trying to find new ways to talk about my creative photography course and just how to sell it in an authentic way and that fits me, and just try to find the language for it. So I found a class that is called Copywriting Basics for Successful Sales, Time-Tested Tactics That Prompt Action, and it's by Zach Zerby, and I'm just really eager to dive into it and just get some ideas on how I could talk about my course. And Skillshare has all kinds of classes in photography, illustration, video and film, productivity, freelance, and it costs less than $10 a month to join. The first 1,000 subscribers who click the link in my description below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium, so do make sure to go and check that out and check out all the amazing classes that they have. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you got some new ideas and inspiration to take your camera and go outdoors. autumn is definitely a season that I've started to appreciate much more since taking up photography. I think there's something about when you are into photography, you start to observe light and colors and seasons in a really new way that maybe normally you wouldn't. So before, I didn't think autumn was that special. I mean, it's cozy and all, but now really seeing all the leaves turning into such amazing colors, and definitely up here in Finland, it's been super pretty these past weeks, even though I haven't been able to take as much photos as I would like. I hope I can still get a chance to do that. But it is a season that goes by pretty fast, so do make sure to try to capture it. If you'd like to see more of my photos, as usual, you can come and say hi. I'm over at Kutovakika on Instagram. Right now I am also preparing to move into my new home, which is it's taking always longer than expected, but that's being renovated, so I hope I can share that soon with you, how it's gonna turn out. So that is really exciting, and until next time, I hope you have a nice evening, morning, afternoon, day, wherever in the world you are. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye!